Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, and perhaps even good evening. Thank you so much for this exciting venture that I was not sure if I should actually play it or not. The Myst remake of the remake of the remake. It's one of those things, it's been a game that's been kind of at the back of my mind. It's been fascinating me for almost 3 decades, but I never played the original, much like many of you. And I was wondering if it's actually a good stream game or not. And I decided after dipping my toe in over the last couple of days that I think maybe it is. It is one of those games that really needs to be taken absolutely slow, so no rush in trying to solve anything. So we might spend literally the next 2 hours wandering around aimlessly without solving anything. But also I find that it's quite interesting. I mean, it's one of those things that it used to frustrate me greatly. I have a tendency to get frustrated when I'm thinking, how stupid is this game? But, you know, I thought we'll give it a go, and I'll try to be all zen about it and see if it works. It's wonderful to see you all, and I can't wait to get started. So I have already done a couple of things in the game, and I've worked those out all by myself. I'm going to totally show you what happened. Actually, before we begin, let me just reiterate, this is happening, namely next Tuesday? Yes, Tuesday this week, I believe, at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've made a little mini-series for the DAS channel, and we're premiering it on Tuesday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let me go and drop that link into the description. I'm going to explain how to turn a 3D body scan with something like a magic software into a morph for the Genesis figure in DAS Studio. It's going to be great. It's a bit like a live stream, but not like a live stream. So it's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be shown for the first time as a premiere. I'll be there in chat, and we can have a talk about these things. It's going to be just a little over an hour, the whole thing, and it's going to be 4 parts. So you're going to be redirected from part 1 at the end. You're going to be directed to part 2, and so forth. Drop a reminder, set a reminder for that. It'll be exciting to hang out with you. So I'm playing the Amazon Luna version, by the way, which means you got to appreciate this technologically, what's happening here. I have a special kind of controller, namely this one, and that, if I kind of long press this, it goes and connects directly, not via my computer, it connects directly to my Wi-Fi router. It then goes and sends things to the Amazon cloud, where the signal is actually being rendered, and then it's being streamed back. Does that sound weirdly exciting? Because it is, and it works relatively well. As he presses the button, and of course nothing works, but so no, it's the exciting thing is I haven't installed this game. It's not locally running on my computer. It's running on some other computer, which is very exciting. So there we go. And this is that. Maybe a bit of audio is important, and then we'll go and Zen mode activated, and then we go and get straight on with it. Unreal Engine version. All right, let's go do this thing. I have a very exciting Bustelo cup of coffee this morning, Brazilian blend. Never had that before. And well, yesterday I had it, but I liked it so much I had another one today. So there we go. What can possibly go wrong, Julia? Absolutely. It is wonderful to see you all. We have a full house. Let me know if the audio is too loud or too quiet. Usually the game audio is a bit quiet, so I've cranked it up a little bit. So we're all super immersive in this. So I looked at this 2 days ago, and I couldn't quite make head or tail of it for the first day. Like, you know, literally, that's autosave, and that is, looks like the same one. There we go. Yeah, fine, let's do that. Perfect. And for the first 2 hours, I just wandered around, and I really didn't know what to do. I found the power generator, so I'll show you all of this, what's happening there, just in case you haven't played this game in a while, or if you're completely new to the game. The intro is still very, very authentic, isn't it? So, right, I wandered around. The ship was sunken down here, like down here. They have a little mechanic here which you can run, so you can run and walk. It's really, really cool. This ship was sunken on, I don't actually know where we are, but it's kind of, you know, Myst Island, I believe. So I think my purpose was to bring the ship up. It was kind of sunken here into the water. And there are these switches around, and no matter what I do with them, they didn't seem to do anything. I think I'm counting 8 in total. There's also this here. This is, it's kind of an underground lair that I have explored, and I didn't quite know what to do with these numbers. In the end, I found it is probably about a message that we've been sent here. So there's this thing that we can go and open with a few numbers on it. I dialed in the number 8 because that, in the end, brought up this message here, which we're gonna listen to in a minute. I'll just show you around and see what's happening. So I couldn't quite make head or tail that there's a message that is waiting there for us. Door auto closes, which is also exciting. Then the island isn't particularly big here, I must say, and I believe this is Myst Island. I think, I'm not entirely sure. It looks like inspired by what we've learned in Abduction. We do travel to various dimensions, I believe. These things, I don't know what they are, what they do. It doesn't seem to make a difference if they're up or down for now. This looks like an interesting contraption. Don't know what it is. But yeah, that's an interesting one. Love the doves here, or the seagulls rather. Oh, I see. Yeah, interestingly, Brian, the note that I found here, I missed the first time around. So I don't know if it was actually there or if it was just not there. And so I thought that's interesting. Enter the number of marker switches on this island into the imager to retrieve the message. And that is the message we get downstairs. So it's 8 switches, I believe. I think it was, I tried 7 at first. It didn't quite work. And then 8 did the trick. And then there's this room here. That is an interesting one that allowed me to solve the first puzzle. And it's like a time traveling device. Almost, you hack in a date and then it shows you a star constellation, or more importantly 3 star constellations, each of which correspond to an animal, as we read in the books that are in the library. It's a complicated story, and it takes a lot of just sitting there and reading books like these. So this is kind of this is an interesting place that we'll come back to multiple times. I'm not sure what this is. It's something that we can go and turn around, and it appears to snap into places, like not here but here, wherever the thing goes red, like this kind of snaps into these places. And currently I can't make head or tail of it, so that's something we need to take a look at. This is a representation of the island, I think. This could even be is this the tower? I don't know. Is it the tower? I can't tell. So I'm kind of trusting it. It'll make sense in time. Brian, did you play the original as well as Real Myst? Because Real Myst, just in case for those of you who don't know this, Real Myst was, so the original was a pre-rendered kind of a 2D version, really, that streamed graphics from the original CD-ROM. It's originally a Mac game, which is really interesting. Made in 1993. I think they took about a year or so to put that together. And it was so successful on the Mac platform, which was back then not really a gaming platform. So there was a Windows version of it, which was even more successful. And then years later, they remade this thing as a 3D version in Unity. And that was free roam like this one is. And they've recently remade this again in Unreal Engine. So very, very cool. You have? Oh, wow. That is very cool. So these things here, these are images or like paintings. You can scroll up. Like if we do this, this happens. And I think, I mean, judging by the quality, some of these original graphic effects, I think they're still the originals, I think. This is kind of cool. So you go up here. This was, this is an elevator, and it caused me great distress because I thought, hey, I'm going inside, I'm clicking the button to the library, and the thing doesn't work. So I thought, that's probably something I need to go out and fix something else for the elevator to work. That was my original idea. And then, of course, I thought, no, somebody gave me the tip and said, you know what? You need to close the door. It's a manual elevator, isn't it? And then you'll be able to go upstairs. Oh, my. Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Whoops. No, 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 go back up. I don't recall putting a code in here. I think that was I could just go and do that, I think. I don't recall that. Having to type a code in here. I do recall that when I played real Myst a few years ago, I couldn't really... I think I managed to get the ship up and go to the next dimension, but that's really all. I couldn't do anything else. Yes, library. We walk up here, and I'm not entirely sure why we would do that, because this... So I don't know much about this. So this is... yes, this we can go up here. And then we go down again. Stair climbing is never good in any video game. I think the most important thing here for me was... Oh, I see! Was in fact a plaque with 3 dates that I could read here. So this is actually really interesting. I haven't been up here since I've played with the tower. Does it mean that as I move the tower, I will see different things in here? Oh my, this is actually interesting. This is good to know. So that might be what this dial does. Righty, in the library. Ooh. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate that. Yes, it's one of those things. Usually I appreciate tips and tricks, but I think with this game, I really want to take it nice and slow. So, but I may ask from time to time if there is anything that I can't figure out after hours of looking, and I do appreciate some tips at that point. This for example, so this was one that I didn't know yet, so that's interesting. Let me just test that theory before we actually let's do that next. I'm going to go and show you the rest of the island perhaps first, and show you what I've done so far. So this here goes and opens that up again, closes this again. There is a thing here that I really don't know much about. There's a book with 300 combinations that allow us to put something on here. I mean, these things, you can go and enable and disable things, but I don't know what it means. I haven't managed to unlock anything. Just so that we know for the future, this thing is here. And the book, these are books here. I think there's 5 books in total. This one, and that one, they are all textbooks that appear to have been written by the same guy, who appears to have been traveling through different dimensions, and he leaves himself notes as to what he did there. So in one dimension, I don't know, there was like it was rainy, and the other one was all peaceful, and the other one was like there were people coming to get him and all that. And some of these contain some clues, which is interesting. So we'll come back to that, like things like this. I won't read this out. I have read it. It's kind of interesting to get the backstory. Like this one's kind of faded here. He was very surprised by that himself. This might be a clue. I've taken screenshots of this and put them on my Discord server. So if any of you are supporters, you also have access to my Discord server. And that is where I made like a little sub-channel for Myst. And that's where all these screenshots are. And I might be referring to them back and forth. Like this one here. Kind of a puzzle. Probably need that later. But for now, not sure. Not sure what that means. This could be a high-level overview of the island. Don't know. The book I'm referring to, though, is this one here. It's got the drawing of the thing that we just had a look at. And there's 300 of them. I went to the very end of this book. 300 of these combinations. I have a feeling we're not meant to try all 300 out, because that'll take hours. I have a feeling we're going to receive some kind of number at one point, and that is what'll get us somewhere, I would imagine. I'm just guessing. This is exciting to figure out. This is really cool. I'm going to have a look at that later. So in order then to raise the boat, I had to go in this time traveling seat here, try out all 3 dates, make notes of them, and have a look what it says in the sky there. And the sky, there was another book that told me those things refer to the leaf, and I believe the serpent, and the beetle. So switching all those on made this little ship here come up, which also appeared to have been sunken in the ground, which is very exciting. On that ship, I could then go into a room and then travel to another dimension. So I thought, oh, so that totally got me hooked. I think that was really cool. In the whole dimension, it looks like I've done whatever I was supposed to do there. I came back here, but that's all. I managed to pick up one blue page and one red page. That might mean something to those of you who've played this game. I think I need to give that to the people in the library, I think. But I haven't done that yet. I thought I'll wait. I'll wait until we explore this together here. I spent quite a bit of time down here in this mysterious power generator. I saw very creepy. Because this thing, Emerga actually gave me this tip. This was kind of nice. I could have sworn that when I tried this the first time, so I'm going to go and switch all of these things off. I could have sworn that when I did this the first time, this number increased, but also this number increased. And it seems to not do that anymore. So I'm not entirely sure what that means. I tried for over an hour to figure this out. It looks like these things correspond to numbers and increase this number on the left, but it seems to not restore any power just yet. So we're gonna have to go and do this together at one point. And I don't know at which part of this game this happens. There's this here, power and power to ship. There's these generator switches here. These are not the numbers that increase the bits and pieces there, the values on the actual dials. Don't know what this means. Just, it's here. And currently we don't know basically anything, which makes this so intriguing. Also on the island, two other things before we start solving some puzzles is this, which looks like can't be reached. Nice water effects though, I must say. Can you tell that these are actually two shaders, at least two shaders, maybe three shaders? One at the top, one at the bottom. Very clever. It makes this exciting water effect. So here we can go and move the large hand and move the small hand. And we have a button, which currently doesn't do anything, I guess because we don't really know the time yet. So, interesting conundrum. Another thing to think about. I love it. It's all just mysterious things, and you think, what does this do? Like these switches here, what do they do? I have no idea. Before we have a look into this room here, I just wanted to sneak you up the garden path and show you this. So that's interesting, and I don't know what it means. I think this is also fairly new. I've seen the tree before, but it never had this gap in here. It does remind me of Abduction though, because in Abduction we also had a tree that kind of grew into the ground or something. So I'm at a loss what this means, but I'm sure it's important. So let's just keep that in mind. There's a tree. It appears to have been mechanically plunged into the ground, even though it also has leaves still. And this almost makes me think maybe this is another elevator that gets us into the ground. So, curious. Let me show you the last thing that I know of on this island that's in this room. No, actually the second last thing. It appears to be safe with the 3-digit number. 278, I just tried my hand. It isn't the correct combination, as you can imagine, but we also haven't found a different number yet, so I don't know. It's probably going to open at one point. This here appears to be the tree we're seeing on the outside, but as an oil painting. I don't know what this means. And then we have this, and then we have this, which appears to be something I can turn. And then that hissing noise kind of comes and goes. make of this what you will. It doesn't appear to change the PSI that we see on the valve here. We got to keep an open mind here. So the last thing then that I wanted to show you, actually there's one other thing that I wanted to show you. It's up here. It's another power switch that appears to connect the generator from down here with the rest of the power lines that seem to go across the island. And currently, I suppose because the power isn't enabled, we can't do anything. But there is such a switch. So just to make a mental note of this, before we continue our magical journey through Myst Island. Let's see, I suppose there's another switch up here, which also doesn't work. And then there's this, which is also extremely mysterious. I don't even know what it is. It looks like a torpedo, kind of a U-boat. It also has a button out here, which doesn't work. I'm kind of assuming because we don't have power, because this power appears to be connected from the generator all the way over to this little thing over here. But perhaps that's for later. Meg is here. This is exciting. Meg and I actually played this game this week on Twitch. It was just a screen share really, and we were thinking, what are we going to do with all this? So I'm glad to see you again. Very good. Very good. Meg, since we last met, I was just saying this earlier, I have managed to solve the puzzle of the, and that's without looking at a walkthrough. I'm super proud of me. It was the puzzle that we had to go at in here, in which we're dialing in these dates, and each of the 3 dates that we saw in the library gives us a different kind of a different pattern at the top. And when you read the books, there's that clue that'll let you solve this. So I won't share this with you unless you want me to, but this is how you're going to solve it out. Like the other visitor on Twitch who told us read the books, he was totally right. You find the books, you read the books, take your time reading the books, and that'll let you solve the puzzle. That will bring the ship open, like up. It was sunken. Once it's up, this teleports you elsewhere to figure out other puzzles. I have just done that yesterday, and after doing that, it brought me back to this island. And now we're basically back at this point where you and I last met. So, but what I just found out, and I want to investigate this because that's seriously exciting. I have a feeling that in the library here, this thing that I couldn't quite figure out might be responsible for other dates. Let me just go and put this, just start with the U-boat here. I'm going to put this here because this is where it snaps. So it doesn't snap everywhere, but in certain places, like here, this snaps, like the tree. So that's going to be an interesting one to figure out if I think that is a tree. And then there is the U-boat, and then I think it snaps where else here? I don't really know what that is. That's the boat, isn't it? I think that's the boat. And then it snaps over here. This like cog beyond the boat. So I think 1, 2, 3. This doesn't seem to snap anymore. 4. So let's see what happens when we go to the U-boat. If that has indeed... there we go. Change the position of the thing at the tower that we just found. This is exciting. We go up here. Very clever. Close the door. Oh, did you? Ooh, oh, wow. So it sounds like you solved the power generator thing then. Ooh, that is, or like, you know, something. Oh my goodness, look at that, 59 volts. So this is where we found the 3 dates that were here earlier before we fiddled with the thing. Oh my goodness, that is super cool. Oh my, found something else out. would it be fair to assume that this is in fact the thing that gives us clues about wherever the red laser is pointing at in the picture? Right. So maybe this is the answer then, 59 volts. Because we didn't have a number. Let's just make a mental note of that before we turn this lever into another direction, see what else appears up here. Oh my, that is just so cool. I love it when you try to play a game for like 30 years and you haven't got much success or don't understand it, and then eventually you're old and wise enough to go, oh, this is how it works. As Jay goes and immediately buys the whole Uru and Riven collection. Brian, are they going to make a remake of this for Riven as well? And for the other games in the series? So that's this power generator here. No, there's no snapping here. Then this here. That's this tree thing. Let's see what we can do there. I have a feeling maybe is this going to give us the combination of that safe maybe? Oh my god. It's full of stars. 59 volts. Totally gonna remember that. Tower, check. Haberdashery. 724. Is that the combination for the safe? And then the music goes. Oh my goodness. I would imagine. I mean, if this is, yeah, we need remakes of these things. I have a didn't they make another one as a new version? Which one was that? There was Myst and there was one other one. I should really take a note of this, shouldn't I? I totally forgot. 724. 724. Okay, fine. Got it. Made mental note. Yesterday I brought. I actually had my iPhone with me, so if I take these notes and then put them on my Discord, I might just do that. Let me just go and grab my phone or my iPad. I'll be right back. It's just in the room next door. Hang on a sec. You stay in the elevator. Don't press any buttons. It is so exciting. Do you know, Wendy, good morning, by the way. I heard about the VR version. Sadly, I don't have any VR gear, so it would be lost on me. But yeah, some games currently have VR versions, and it's actually very cool. Like Subnautica has a VR version, and that's really exciting. I like that. So let me go and take a couple of screenshots here. That is important. We also had the 59 volts, that's also important. But let's just go and remember that. I'm excited to see what other clues we can find here, just so that we get them kind of all out of the way. And apply those to solutions of stuff. I have a feeling it could really be... I think VR is currently one of those things, it needs more killer applications to make it something that people want to go out and buy and spend so much money on. I mean, it has some cool things, but I think what's putting people like me currently off is you have to have an extremely good computer. You're wearing a heavy piece of crap on your head that has two screens very close to both of your eyes. There's a cable dangling out. It's super expensive. Those are the things that are not really selling it to me. But what the original Xbox showed is that when you have an application that makes people say, hey, do you know what? Screw this. This is good enough for me to want to try this out. You know, then you have something that you can sell. VR is still a little bit too underground to be called mainstream, unless they can figure out a better way to make us consume it, I suppose. But I would love to try it out. Let's try this here. Ship. This is exciting. Wendy, have you played this game? It doesn't matter if now or 20 years ago, anything counts. And no wires. I think that's important. Yeah, no wires. And something that's self-contained, not something that needs to run off a really, really powerful computer. I think this is actually where things like this might come, the game streaming services might actually have the upper hand at one point, that you say, so right now this is an Amazon Luna game. I'm not running this locally. It's being streamed into my home, which is kind of cool. There we go. We've had that already. Those are the 3 dates that need to be dialed into this time traveling seat. So we don't need that. That's cool. I have that clue already. But if they can make a VR version of this that has a really low powered computer in the headset that you wear, that basically just receives data that is being generated elsewhere, like in the cloud, I think then you can talk, because then you don't have wires, you just have a fairly powerful battery, and then you just get this streamed into your head, essentially. How funny, Wendy. It's the same thing here. I tried this out many years ago as a cracked version, I think, and it really didn't fly with me. And it was one of those games that I thought at the back of my mind, I have no idea why people appreciate this so much. Then a couple of years ago, I played real Myst, or I tried it, and even then it really wasn't working for me, the Unity version. And I picked this up a couple of days ago because it was included with my Luna Plus subscription, and I was just about to cancel it, and I thought, well, before we do that, let me just have a quick look at this game. And now, just taking a long time to try and figure this out, I actually love it. One of those things. So it looks like you just have to be old and wise at one point to to play these things. So this here is the next thing, where this thing snaps. Let's check out what that clue is. My God, can't believe I figured this out. Oh, really? Oh. That's the Facebook/Meta version, isn't it? Oculus, I think that is the Meta Oculus. Right. Okay, 240 and 221. That could mean two things. This could be the clock that we see on the other little island. 221 could also be a safe combination. I can't wait to try them all out. And the last thing that we have is indeed 59 volts. I didn't take a picture of that, but it said 59 volts, and that is probably the number that we need to reach in that underground power generator. Oh, your VR legs, I like it. I didn't know you needed legs for that, but I suppose I can relate, because when the Wii came out and made us literally move around a lot while you were playing games, that was something I had to get used to first. What's the consensus here? What do we want to try out? Do we want to try and open the safe here? Do we want to try ourselves at this clock puzzle, or do we want to try ourselves out at the 59 volts in the underground bunker? I'm open for suggestions. This could take a little longer, whereas this here is just a number we dial in, and we'll see if the safe opens, and if it does, we'll roll with that. And if not, then, you know, we have the clock to contend with. Maybe we'll try that. I'm thinking. I have, of course, forgotten what the thing says. So thankfully, I have taken a little note here with my iPhone. It said 724. This is exciting. 7. This isn't easy with the mouse or the gamepad. Two. 4. Oh my. It opens. What is this? Ignite sounds very final, doesn't it? Do we want to ignite something? I mean, this sounds like there's gas already going here. Really ignite? Shall we? Yeah, I don't think... Oh, there we go. Oh my goodness. Something's happening. Pilot flame is on. And PSI appears to be high. I can't tell if this is good or not. What happens if we do that? Is this good? I can't tell. Right. So if this is indeed an elevator in there, I wonder if I need to go and make it come up, make it go high, then I quickly lower the pressure, run over here, jump on the elevator and hope I can catch it right downstairs? I don't know if that's such a good idea though, because what happens when I am downstairs? Who's going to put me back up? Here goes nothing. Apparently you can't die in this game, so that's good to know. Let me try this out. Like so. I can totally hear it. Actually, I can probably also adjust this somehow. Is that how we do this? Maybe it isn't. Quickly runs over here and... elevator! Ha! Oh my! I'm in the tree elevator! This is exciting! I've made it! And now I'm up. Who built this thing? Well, obviously the guy who wrote the books. Oh, I see. So step by step, I can kind of step myself through here. This is neat. Oh, I see. And now I can only go up or down. Ideally, I think I want to go down though. So I'm thinking I'll go and try to get the pressure out here until it's off. Then I quickly go and run like hell, hoping to catch the elevator. And I'll just stay in here. Yes! It's worked! Where is this gonna get me? Deep into the abyss, of course. As Jay regrets his decision instantly. Ooh. Ground floor. Oh, thankfully we have a good thing here. With a bit of luck, that might get us back upstairs. But of course, before we go there, where are we? first time I'm seeing this. This is very exciting. I have no idea where we are or what this does. Oh, and it's another book. This, I have a feeling, probably going to teleport us into a different dimension. Yeah, there we go. The moment I click on this, we're probably going to end up in that dimension. Hey, good to know that that's possible. I'm not sure if I want to rush into that, because there's a lot of other things on Myst Island that I haven't figured out. So I think I might just leave this. It looks like the tree dimension that I read so much about. I might not go and click this, because that's probably going to get me into another dimension. And from my previous interdimensional experience, it might not be easy to get back from there unless I solve another puzzle. Or a series of puzzles even. Alrighty, let me go and see what happens if we do this. Or that even. Hit your... Oh no! Dang! Missed my ride! I should have just pressed the button. Hey, Miss Martina, how's it going? So let me just go and try this then. Does that get me up there? No. Gotcha. Yes, that is the riddle right here. Can we do that and quickly get in? No, get what a shame. Yes, that is the riddle right here. How are we gonna get out of here? Maybe we won't. Maybe this is, after all, not how it works. The tree elevator, that goes up. So clearly left then is down. Maybe. See if it comes down again. Yes, it comes. Here it comes, here it comes. I like the pentagon type shapes on the ground here, I must say. Very nice. So you're saying I can't get back up? Is that what you're saying? I have to go to the forest world. No other way around it. Because, I mean, that's clearly not working. And then I suppose the moment I try and press this, the elevator's already gone, so... Yeah, that's the wrong way around. Or was it? Yes. Yes, it looks like that's not going to work. Unless, of course, there's a trick to this. I don't know if I want to go to the forest world, though. There's so many other things I was going to explore here on Myst Island. I didn't know this was going to get me there. Let's go to the forest world, then. A new world, new dimension awaits us. See what happens. I have a feeling these little animations that run inside the book, they're probably still the original animations from the original game. And by judging by that quality from early 90s CGI graphics, not so bad, I gotta say. Not so bad. I read that the game remained a good seller for years to come because the graphics were pre-rendered, and that's actually very cool. So you didn't have to contend with computers that weren't capable of rendering well and whatnot. So that's very cool. You just secure your future there. No one had done it. Oh, is this a pipe here? Gotta appreciate these Unreal graphics. Very, very nice. So I read about this tree world. People kind of live up here or something. Oh, hello. Lever. Right. A water flowing puzzle. I love it already. No back seating, please. I'd like to figure this out myself. So many levers. Nothing but trees and a bit of water. Curious. I like it. I like it. Oh, and there's some kind of windmill in the distance here. That's exciting. Let's check that out. And it looks like some kind of staircase going up. Okay, good. Frog. Do you know, Epic currently have a sale on for their Unreal assets, and I found a fox that is, I think currently it's a Toon Fox. I think that's what the asset is called. And he comes with animations. He looks so cute. He's currently on the sale. He's about $10. I'm seriously thinking of buying it just so that I can make an animation blueprint and just go and walk around with him in a grey level, you know. Right, Nick? I thought so too. I thought so too. Ooh, hello. Ah. Cannot be exactly stopped. Does this make the water flow? Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey? It could be that we've just opened something. Maybe. Fantastic! It sounds like something's flowing in here now. And so these movements here, that's not actually physics, that's done on the material. That's really clever how you can do that in Unreal Engine. You put like a little sine motion onto the X and Y movement of the material, and then that's what that does. It's very, very cool. This is how foliage is moved. It's all a material thing in Unreal Engine. I love it. It's good stuff. It's currently not flowing into here, judging by the sound. But it is flowing this way. Very cool. Maybe it's already flowing the right way, we don't know. Do you know what? This concept of a door looks familiar. We had something similar in Abduction, didn't we? Basically just a door that stands there, but it blocks your way. And it was also by some kind of waterworks, if I remember correctly. So if we then go and press this lever, I'm assuming water gets diverted from here over to there. Just by the sounds of it. Whereas this is now quiet. And dang! It totally hasn't opened the door. So no going up for us. Gotcha. See what happens if we keep following the water. It's going this way. And not this way. Goody. I don't know if it should be going this way. I can't tell. This would potentially just get the water out back into the swamp here. Do we want to do that? I can't tell. What happens the other way? No water. Water goes here. No water here, but there's something else over here. Ah, and there's something in the distance over there, like another elevator or cabin or something. Be rude not to try this out. What happens when the water comes out here? Maybe it just goes and we can direct it right into this hole. I mean, maybe. Let's check it out. Got water here. Now we got water here. And dang, brother, that's cold. Guess that's not how it works. But then what happens here? This looks like a little elevator cabin thing. Let's step out the water back here and see what happens. What happens here? If it's all water powered here. We're here, but yes! Also in elevators, must close the door and go upstairs. Yes! Oh, water powered. Look at that. No more spoilers, thanks. I read about this, where the bloke goes into this world. We don't really know how or why he does it. How he appears here. Oops, no, sorry. No, I meant to open the door. Oh, what a shame. And he was quite surprised that everyone was kind of living in the trees. Oh, water power. Hey, this is exciting. Okay, let's go upstairs. Must open door when we're upstairs. Do you know, I've had this whole series of games on my wish list for so long, and I've held off on buying it because I thought, well, is it going to be too difficult? Will I be able to work it out? Next time there's a sale on, I might just go and treat myself. Hey, Mr. Chris, welcome to, I'm sure this has a name. But it's currently a forest kind of world where things are completely water powered, and we've just discovered this little pavilion. Don't look down, don't fall down. Good thing these guys have electricity here. Okay, that's my elevator. This is that little pavilion here. We have two other pavilions shooting off here. This one. With... two chairs or whatnot. Looks vandalized, you know. How about the little house here? Also looks trashed. Someone tossed it. What were they thinking? Also looks sparsely decorated. But hey, if you only have wood and branches to deal with, what else are you going to do? The Seventh Guest, you know, back when it came out, I did, yes. Because my computer had a CD-ROM drive, you know, triple speed, I think. I was mighty proud. It was still very slow. Seventh Guest, yes, I played that. And then there was Seventh Guest, and the sequel to that was 11th Hour, wasn't it? And that was nice. That was spooky. Wonder if they ever made a remake of that. Or if that is still available. I don't think I've ever finished it like many of those games. I just didn't have the endurance back then to finish it. It was some time around that time I've also discovered the original Unreal, like the first-person shooter, made with Unreal Engine 1, I guess, back then, you'd imagine. Oh, hello, Switch. How you doing, buddy? It says clonk, but it doesn't do anything else. That's good to know. It goes over here. And then maybe down there. Huh. They're still available. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. I'll have a look at that. That's really cool. This is actually where GOG.com really comes in handy. Great old games. Some of those old classics are still on there. Like, I used to love the old Indiana Jones ones. There's the LucasArts point-and-click versions, but there were also the kind of 3D version. Those were nice as well. They were just a nice mixture of exploration and in the early 3D graphics. A bucket. This is quite the labyrinth up here, I must say. Very easy to get lost up here. Speaking of lost, actually, this whole thing has very much a Lost vibe, doesn't it? Is that a penny down here? And I think what I didn't appreciate back then is that perhaps it was also down to the graphics and my age, I guess. But what I didn't appreciate back then is that for me it was all about, so what's the puzzle and how can I solve it? And nowadays I'm much more intrigued by the mood this sets and see the puzzles as a secondary thing. So I'm kind of intrigued to just be in this world and just enjoy being here. And I think that was a major shift. Like back in the day, I think I didn't look at the graphics so much and didn't really think about, hey, that's interesting. Did they use a normal map here? Which part of this is geometry and what is displacement maps? And oh, this is probably not geometry. This is probably done with the transparency map. And today I'm having all those types of thoughts while also thinking, hey, this is a really nice, just the mood that you can soak up while being here is quite exciting. So as a work of art, I suppose, if you look at this as a work of art, you just get more out of it than chasing after puzzles. So and I suppose few games manage to do that. Oh, they might have it remastered. Cool. I'll have a look at that. Seventh Guest. I forgot what the company was called. Like here, Cyan was never really a name that I associated with these types of games until literally Brian suggested we should play Abduction together a couple of years ago, and that was really cool. And I think having played that really makes me appreciate how this thing works here. Oh, this is exciting. We've seen this from the other end, didn't we? From the down end here. Uh-huh. Can we go down? I mean, should we go down? I think closing the elevator door was pretty much the best tip that I've received so far. Dang. Doesn't work. I wonder if we should just go and try to divert the water to the bottom end of this, and then try to find this again, and then try to take the elevator down. Maybe that'll be the solution. What do you think? Trilobite. Oh, okay. Right. You see, I didn't know that company. I remember I was living in Hamburg back then, and that must have been sometime, yeah, early 90s. Early to mid 90s. And there was the companies like that sold computer games weren't really around, especially in Germany. This was still a very, very new segment. And what I enjoyed was that, so Germany is a country much like France in which we get to watch most television productions overdubbed. You rarely see anything in English and with subtitles, only if it's from really small countries like, Finland and stuff like that. Those types of things you might see subtitled, but usually everything is overdubbed in German. And from a production point of view, that's tremendous overhead, because it means when something comes out in like worldwide for the English speaking release, it would mean at least 3 to 6 months of a delay, because they need to hire actors and somebody needs to translate the script and they need to basically remix the whole thing. And so that takes a long time. So usually those releases are, delayed. But with computer games back in those days, localization wasn't a thing that was done, because the overhead would have been just way too much. And it just, it was kind of the time when it was just too much work. So they just released these things in English, which was great for me. And it also meant they were out a bit faster than it would have taken for them to make a German version. And eventually they started doing it, but to begin with, things like Seventh Guest were always just available in English. But as such, it meant there was such a small market in Germany for people playing English-speaking interactive computer games that there weren't really specialized shops like gaming places that you could go to and buy these things. So we had a department store that had a computer section, and that computer section had a subsection of video games. And man, that was booming. And they had all these things, and they were horrendously expensive, I remember. And I was always on the prowl for adventure games like that. And there were so few. And you had to have a really, really good computer to play anything. So it was a constant battle. Will this thing actually be available or run on my computer properly? But Seventh Guest was one of them that I did buy. Don't remember many others from that era that stuck in my head as something that, wonder what happened to that. Let's see if this works. Sierra, yes, that was another name that was that kind of stuck in my head. Yes, my goodness, what were the good Sierra games? I remember LucasArts, of course. That was really cool. I did like the point-and-click adventures. Anything from Monkey Island and the Day of the Tentacle and those types of things. Alrighty, this is where the water is not flowing. Check. Let me just go and try that. What happens if we do this? That goes here. And maybe this powers that. I suppose my downfall in thinking this, in diverting the water away from here, does that mean the elevator is no longer going to work? Which would be tragic, because that means I won't be able to get back up there. Right? Because there's no water flowing anymore. There's no more elevator going up. Dang. Didn't think of that. Didn't think of that. We tried this. That leads to kind of a dead end. For now, what happens the other way around? Anything we should know about here? There's two things. One that goes into here. One that ends over there. This is almost like you need to make a drawing of this. Was there maybe a clue in one of the books that was describing this? Yes, like what is this? I can hear something. What was that? Does it not need power? I mean, water for this to work? Well, let's try it out again. Let me go and try to divert the water to whatever that lever was. If we can find the water supply. It's got to be here somewhere. Water, gotcha. Come with me. Maniac Mansion. Do you know, if you like that, then you also like Day of the Tentacle. That deals with time travel. I think I have that game. We should play that together. It's one of those games you do forget once you've played it. Yes, Maniac Mansion, Day of the Tentacle, and the whole Monkey Island series. I mean, that's difficult to work out without clues, I think. But it's got this really cool, quirky sense of humor. Frequently makes fun of itself as well. This thing just goes down. I'm not entirely sure if I want to do that. This goes here. And then this goes there. Let's see if this does something. I can hear something. Oh, a bridge. Oh. Hey, that's neat. That wasn't here before. Can we do it? Yeah, look at that. That's what that does. Right. That is quite clever. These are planes with splashes drawn on there that just go up and down. It's a very easy and quick way to do this. And what I want to know is what happens if I were to divert the water elsewhere. Is the bridge gonna remain where it is right now? I mean, just as a little test here, if I do this, water goes down here now, which I don't know what it would do there, but it certainly is no longer here. Does this mean the bridge is still there? Yes, it does, so that's good to know. That is good to know. This now, perhaps, opens up other areas or whatnot, maybe? It's hard to say. Can't remember if this is our elevator or not. Was this the one we discovered earlier? No, I don't think it was. I think it was a different one. See what's up here, shall we? How hard can it be? Give it water and have a look. Yeah, no. Forgot about that. Ah, but we've never reached it from this side. Oh, look at that. How exciting. Solved something else. Illuminati. How exciting is this? I gotta tell you, this is so much more satisfying when you figure this out by yourself than reading it in a walkthrough. Just trying to get my bearings right. Is this the thing we're trying to do? Yes. Yes, that's the one. Okay, cool. Right. Must put water into here. thingy goes over here. This looks promising. This needs to be switched over to here. Aha! I can very much see why you're backing their new projects, Brian. What's the new one that's coming out? Is it Firmament? Filament? Something like that? That's the one they're working on right now. Do you have a release date for that? And yes! Haha! Let's see what's at the top of this elevator. Firmament, right. And that is, development of that is pretty much underway, isn't it? Because I remember you told me about this a year or two ago. Oh. No! I did it again! I keep pressing the wrong button. What I was meant to do was open the door and check it out. But that's cool. I enjoy elevator rides, especially with machines that I've just put into action. So I'm totally okay with that. Sometime this year. Ooh, how exciting. That'll be exciting to explore. So all these other games in this series, like Riven and Uru and Must Open Door, check it out. Do they all play in this universe? This is a book. This is going to get us back. Or elsewhere. See, at these points where I'm always thinking, I have a feeling we haven't done everything we were supposed to do in this world. Like in the previous one, I discovered a blue page and a red page, which I need to give to the guys in the library, I guess. I haven't done that yet. It makes me want to try other things in this world, because there's so much other stuff to explore. So what shall we do? All in the same universe. Okay, thanks, Nick. Excellent. Excellent. It's almost like, I mean, even though abduction isn't in this universe as such, it very much touches on the same mechanics, doesn't it? We travel to different dimensions, we do things, we go back to the weird hub world. It's very cool. I'd like to play Abduction again, because I don't think there are multiple endings, and I think I've unlocked one. I think, there might even be other endings that I haven't discovered yet. Also, replaying it means you can literally rediscover the whole game, that you think, yeah, I vaguely remember X, Y, and Z, but you don't really know how to do it anymore because it's been years. So probably 2023. Yeah, it's with these types of games. I'm always a big fan of saying, you know what, take as long as you need. Don't rush it out and then panic bug fix things. Release it when it's good and ready, like Hotel Chocolatier. Good idea. Or the this little cat in the big city type game. Looking forward to that. Very good. But take as long as you need. What's your consensus here? Shall we stay in this dimension and look around a little bit more and see what we can discover, or should we go back and investigate all the other clues that we can in fact have a look at in our Myst Island? I like it. I'm easy either way. On one hand, I'm kind of happy that it looks like we found a way back, or maybe it teleports us into a completely different dimension. I don't really know yet. I'm kind of assuming it'll get us back to Myst Island. Or should we have another look around here? See what else the pipe network holds. Opinions, please. I can't tell. I mean, at least I know how to find my way back here. Maybe we'll have another quick look around here and see what we can find. At least we know this is where that is. You kind of got to bring pages back, right? And since there's no inventory in this game, I'm just thinking outside the box. Even though we might have to do something in another dimension and then come back here, I have a feeling it's kind of a self-contained universe here, maybe. Oh yeah, I can't walk here, I forgot. I already forgot about that. There was a bridge! How exciting. Brian, you were one of the original backers on Abduction as well, weren't you? I think you backed their Kickstarter campaign. I don't recall seeing your name in the credits, but it was really refreshing to see these games being made with Kickstarter. That's just so cool. That's this elevator. We've looked at that already. Gets us to the top. That's that elevator. So the only obvious puzzle then that we haven't solved yet is this here. Since there's no obvious lever on this, and this thing goes underground, what would... I'm half thinking there might be something involved in what happens if you put the kind of water power to these things that in fact go into the ground. I mean, we did find at least one of them. I wonder if that's connected to the other ones, kind of an underground pipe type thing. I mean, what do I know? See where that was? This one here. What happens if we put water into here? I mean, does it just disappear? I have a feeling it goes places. That was the bridge. This goes kind of both ways, which was also interesting. This goes here, gotcha. This goes there or there, so powers either elevator. Underground thing is over here. Let's put this here, maybe? And this goes here. Yeah, I don't know. Was that enough already? Can't be, because, you know, that just goes underground now. How can we make the water go into there as well as into here? Yeah, that's... no. Something's not quite right here. And this goes to either of these elevators. And then this here also goes down. I mean, you know, is there a way to put the water both into that as well as into here? No, because we're gonna have to make a choice here or there. Okay, fine, let's try this then. Water goes here and then into here. I've got to try these things out, you know, see what happens. And then we go all the way into here. Does it do anything? Has this done anything to our other contraption here? That would be neat. It doesn't look like it. No. I'm not sure what these underground pipes want to tell us. Right. But hey, you know, this is how these things work. 10,000 people do that, and all of a sudden game gets made. This is what I find so cool about crowdfunding. This is really, really cool about all this kind of, you know, crowdfunding support. This is really nice. It's, you think $1 or $5 or $10 doesn't make a big difference, but it does, because if hundreds of people do it, then you have, you know, you have a monthly income, which is really cool. This is what I appreciate about my supporters. You know, your $1 and your $5 and $10 contributions do make a massive difference of how I can afford software licenses and how I can, you know, do what I do basically, and it's wonderful. So it's great to see that dynamic at work. I don't know. This it looks like the downwards pipes don't seem to do anything. They could be red herrings. They could literally be. They could be there as deliberate dead ends. But if I go and do this here, this doesn't seem to get power. Why is the door not open? What do you think they want us to do to open this door? Because it looks like huge adventure awaits. Unless there's a way up there. And we've found a way up there. We just haven't found a way to then go down. Not down with the elevator down, but maybe there would have been a way to get down on this staircase here. I'm gonna go back upstairs there. I'm gonna go back upstairs and see if I can somehow work it out. So that needs to go over here for sure. And then I think we put this here, and then that goes here. And then does this... Was this the elevator that we needed? I don't remember. I'll have to have a look. Marcello, welcome. The good days of Myst indeed, yes. The Dig and Shivers, I don't think I know about them. I don't think I've heard of them. Thank you for the tips. Did we take the correct elevator here? And we may have taken the wrong one. So we want to go kind of here. And that takes us... Oh yeah, I think we might be able to get there. I think. God knows what other interesting bits and pieces are hiding up here. Maybe nothing, but you know, maybe there's something. This is that. Ah, wrong house. Gotcha. Just when you think you're getting your bearings, Nope, sorry, you're completely wrong, dude. Ah, there. Oh, it's also closed. Dang. What is it with these doors? Oh, okay. Hang on. I can follow the cable. The cable, there's a pulley over here. Oh, right, okay. Maybe that'll open up that door. And maybe. This looks like it could well be connected to that door. Okay, let's carefully follow it. It is kind of over here. Go back to this house. And then to the left. And oh no, that's not where that goes. This is where we need to go. Gotcha. So this house and then back. Okay, gotcha. Then we go this way. And rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle. I'm not sure if it does anything. I hope it doesn't need water to function. It does open the door, doesn't it? This is the door closed. This is the door open. Let's go back and see what we can try. What we can find out. Be good to just go straight there, but that's just not how it works, is it? So let's go back this way. That's not confusing. I've worked something else out. This is really cool. And then we go over here. Is that right? Myst! After 30 years! I understand the game. Parts of it. Alright, let's go down. Careful. Careful, don't you slip. Quite a construction. I loved reading the guy's books as well, where he goes, yeah, well, you know, it only took me 2 months to construct the lighthouse. You go, eh, really? How long have you been working every day? Like 47 hours? The lighthouse. All right, open this puppy up. Now we're talking. Look at that. Doors open. It hasn't really done all that much. I mean, I suppose I can now go and provide water to this, go all the way up again, and then take that elevator. That should at that point be working. Am I thinking in the right direction here? Coming right up. Oh, come on. Water to the spiral staircase elevator. Check. Let's go back up. See where that takes us. Ooh, I'm dizzy. Does this work? It does! Next level! Ah, oh, I'm so glad we stayed here. And no spoilers, exactly. Sometimes spoilers don't actually... You don't understand spoilers. Like sometimes, like when you said to me earlier, oh, there's the bridge. I was thinking... I don't see a bridge. I don't even know what you mean. So that was kind of good because I didn't get it. Now I get what you mean by the bridge. So sometimes that's kind of good if you don't know a game. You think, I don't even know what that clue means. I've been fairly frustrated in the past as well. If you read walkthroughs and you're stuck at a particular point in the game and it goes, well, just, you know, pick up the coin and put it in the machine. And you think, I know the machine. If I had a coin, I would pick it in there. I'd put it in there, but I don't know where to find the coin. When things just kind of glaze over, well, the coin is hidden in a room that you haven't even discovered. And that's sometimes the problem. I don't think it goes any higher up. I think this is the highest point in the trees. Looks like we have two ways, left and right. Let's go this way first. See what's happening in here. This looks like the palatial suite. Look at that! Wow! All above the trees, huh? Got some booze, not sure where he got that from, or the dagger. Or in fact, the bed and all that. There are also puzzles in other worlds that I haven't quite solved yet, so... Oh, red page! Come on, bring it on, baby! We now have 2 red pages. How exciting! Like, there was one in the ship world that was in a room similar to this, and it had 2 globes. One was kind of looked a bit like Earth, just with different continents on it. And the other one looked just, I don't know, like red or whatever. Ah, no way! I found the first part of this in another dimension. That is very cool. I might combine them in Photoshop. Access can be easily the simple load, first locate switches on the island, switches to go to the dock, marker switch to the off position. Yes. And let me see if I've posted this on the Discord. Maybe I can make head or tails of this, like the whole message. Vault access Island of Myst. How intriguing indeed. Yes. I think the full thing reads marker switch vault access Island of Myst. The vault is located in very plain view on the Island of Myst, and access can be achieved very easily if the simple instructions are followed. First, locate each of the marker switches on the island. I don't know what he means by marker switches, but hey, turn every one, maybe it's the ones with the little pictures on it, maybe. Turn every one of these switches to the on position, I suppose, so that the picture is showing. Then go to the dock. And as a final step, turn the marker switch there to the off position. And maybe it's not the ones with the pictures on it. Maybe it's the little up and down switches. So turn everything on, then go to the dock and turn that one to the off position. That gives us access to the vault. That is fairly exciting, I gotta say. That is very exciting. Booze and coins and cheese that appears to be still good. So yes, there were in this other dimension, in the ship dimension thing, there were these 2 globes that I could move into position, but they didn't really do anything. And then there was also a thing on a bit like this, that you press a button and it goes kind of out, and there's a little ball that hovers and then it goes back down. I think there's more to be done in those dimensions, to be fair. See what the other house has to offer. Another palatial thing, perhaps. Or perhaps more Spartan as such. Oh, yes. Sure, dude. I believe everything you said, but this looks a bit dangerous. It's like... Huh. He has a connection to... What's he saying? He sounds like Chewbacca, doesn't he? Oh, maybe this is... Can we open it from here? Yeah, yes, we can! Awesome! Was there anything else in here that we should do something with? Oh yes, okay. That's that has teeth. In case we ever needed to chop anything up, that is probably the place to do it. We don't have an inventory as such in this game, so we can't easily take things and put it on there. Ah. No one lives here anymore. Oi, what's this? This looks like the thing that makes messages. Gotcha. Perhaps they have an English version. That's probably what he said, Brian. I don't really speak his language.
I hope I pushed the right button, my dear brother. What a very interesting device you have here. I'm not erasing anything important, am I? Remember, he is preparing. Take only one page, my dear brother.
Only one page? Oh, did they? Okay. Yeah, it's difficult to say with this effect on it. Oh, there we go. Got a red page and a blue page. So were these the two brothers then? The one guy who spoke a different language and this guy? With the evil laugh? So those guys, we found these books in the library. And what happens if I go... Is this also now the English message here as we walk by?
I hope I pushed the right
yes, it is.
button, my dear brother. What a very interesting device you have here.
This here?
I'm not missing anything important, am I? Remember, he is preparing. Take only one page, my dear brother.
So we already have 2 pages each. 2 red and 2 blue ones now. That's going to cause major havoc when we go and bring that to the library. Whew. Well, let's see if we can find our way back, shall we? This was everything, wasn't it? We had these 2 directions. We picked up the pages. I think now it's time to go back to Myst Island if we can actually find our way. This was level 2. We're going back to level 1, and then we're going to find some other way to go down, and then go to that 2nd elevator, I think? 3rd elevator, whichever it was. And then press the book, then we should get back to Myst Island. I think. Getting dizzy. Ah. I don't exactly remember which elevator it was, but the water needed to go here, for sure. I think it was this way. And oh, hello. What's happened here? Oh, we left that elevator upstairs, did we? How do we call it? Or was it a different elevator that we took upstairs? There's no way to bring it back, is there? Oh, actually, maybe there is by just switching off the water supply briefly. Maybe that'll just lower him. Does it? No, that is not how it works. Okay, good. Let's leave that upstairs then. Try our luck with this other elevator. That means I have to go around the other way. Gotcha. It's the problem. The moment you introduce stairs or an alternate way of traveling up or down into the equation. Neville, thanks for joining. I think I'll be back tomorrow with this. So there's more Myst tomorrow. See if we can work it out. Sweet dreams, my friend. Yep, certainly water flow is still happening here. That's all good. Ah, there we go. I gotta admit, I forgot. Oh, there we go. Yes, this is the right elevator. Perfect. I was just gonna say, I forgot where that book actually was. It looks like... Ah, it's a little logic issue here. No worries. Let's see if this gets us back to Myst Island. I mean, I'm thinking it will. But will it? Who knows? And we're back at the library. That is quite nice. All right. Well, I wonder if we should do something about the red and blue pages here. So, oh, I didn't have to do anything. It just goes and sucks them right out of me. That's cool. 2 pages here and 2 pages there. Okay. Don't have to do anything. So let's see if we can understand their messages a little bit better. I don't know how many pages there are in total, but when I tried this the first time, there was really, I couldn't understand anything that these guys were saying to me. Whoops, sorry. Dude. Doesn't make all that much sense other than bring me pages, but then they both say that, so at least he speaks English now. I like that. Gotcha. Yeah, I think we got that. This guy says the same thing about red pages, so oh, feed them to the book. Oh, I see. So if I go and... Ah, okay, right. Brian, that makes more sense. It was a bit too automatic, that process. Let's see what he says now.
Have returned.
Good point.
Page. From my prison on this forgotten island of Myst. I see that you are. I am called Sirius. I need all the red pages. I must search. Bring me 2 more of the red.
2 more.
I promise. One, don't touch the blue pages.
Okay.
Where my He is a man of distorted mind and senses. He disgusts me. Do not release me. Thirst for destruction is none.
I bet he says the same thing about you, though. Whatever your name is.
Never ending. Bring the red page. I beg you, please, release me from this prison. I promise you will be greatly rewarded.
Really? Reward?
You must help me. I beg you to help me.
I wonder if I mean, what do I do here now? Do I put these blue pages into that book as well, or do I not do that? I mean, I don't know if that makes a difference at the moment. Because I'm sure that the blue guy is going to tell me the same story about his evil, wicked brother, and oh my goodness, don't bring him the red pages, only bring me the blue pages. But I don't know what happens if... do I have to do this or not? I might just not do that for now and leave that for later. I mean, I can always do it later and have a think about this. Postpone decisions and all that. Because we have other things to do on this island that we can do before we indulge in the brothers' petty feud, whatever that is about. Like the last thing we found out was all these switches here. So put them all to the up position. I'd love to try that out. And then go to the dock and put that one to the down position. Just checking, these are up. I think there's about 8 of them in total. These are definitely up. This one's up. Then there's this one, that's up. This one's up. Ha! Who would have thought? This was great. The tree elevator. And then there was anything back here? No. No. These are the 2 switches here. So I don't know if he means by dock, if he means this switch, which is also up. And then there's this one, or is this a dock? I'm not entirely sure. So it could be that the dock is this, or the dock is that. I mean, the dock is where the ship is, isn't it? So this has got to be the dock here, I'm thinking. So everything's up, and now just go and pull this down. And then what did the thing say? I don't quite remember. Hey trader, how's it going? Also, what was supposed to happen then? Good thing I took a screenshot of that. It gives us vault access. Locate all the switches on the islands. Go put them to the on position. And then go here and put that marker switch to the off position. So hopefully this is in fact the off position. I mean, who can tell what's on, what's off? It could be that this is on and the top position is off. I mean, you know, we just assume so much. And then we get somehow vault access, but I also don't know what that means. What vault are we talking about? I suppose what I didn't hear was some kind of a, you know, special noise. Did anything happen here? Doesn't look much like a vault has opened. Maybe this is not the vault. Or is this the vault? Maybe I had already done it inadvertently. That could be. That could be. Maybe this is actually the vault and I had accidentally opened it already without knowing that that was how I'm supposed to do it. Possible. One of those things. Trader, how's it going? We're taking a look today at a very exciting game that has been in the making for 30 years. Can you believe it? It is called Myst. Done that. I'm kind of inclined to have a go at the 59 volt power generator here. Or maybe we could do this tomorrow. It's one of those things that this is one thing I wanted to do. Put 59 volts on this and see if that restores stuff. Then there were other clues that I don't really know how to turn into something that, you know, makes sense. So we had this one, which is 724, which was how to open this safe. But we had another one that doesn't make all that much sense. It's called this one here. I don't know if you can actually see it, if it actually makes any sense if I show you this in my webcam. It says, just in case you can't see this, it says 240 as in the time, and then it says 221. And that looks like yet another safe combination. So maybe I'll try my luck with that. If I can go and put 240 on this clock. This is the only standalone time reference we've been given. So let's see if I can make that happen. This time reference here, they don't like single minutes. So I'm thinking maybe it is something along the lines of 40, which is this. So that's 40. This here is then 2. See what happens when we press the button, and something's turning. Oh wow, look at that! Casually did the clock riddle. Look at that! Ha ha! And now we can walk over here. Oh wow! Should I be worried that these things are cogs and that they're kind of floating above the water now? No, right? We should just consider ourselves lucky that we could make it all this far. Ah, you see, this is another switch. I don't think we had discovered that yet. So assuming this is the on position and the thing at the dock is in fact in the off position. Oh, number combination. This looks complex. Can't wait to see this thing animating. Well, first things first, we close the door behind us because, you know, I like to be trapped inside a room with lots of cogs that I don't know what I'm doing with. The number, apparently, is 221, so that can't be really that difficult. What does this do? Nothing. Gotcha. How about this? Nothing. Gotcha. Can we fiddle with this? No. That is just not how it's done. Ah, righty. How what does this do? Oh, I see. So if we wanted to put this to 221, got the first one, got the second one. This could take a while. Oh, we can also do this. Oh, no, we can't. That just gets us out. Ah! Dang! Destroyed it! And then that pendulum thing here goes and does its thing. So this goes and turns the bottom two up to a point. Then this one here goes and does the top two. And this guy resets this. Oh, okay. Oh, this is going to take a little bit of getting used to. Two, 2, 1. And this guy does the top 2, does it? The bottom 2. Gotcha, bottom 2, and this guy does the top 2. And this guy resets everything. Gotcha. Bottom, top, reset. And this guy does the bottom 2 into the kind of clockwise. Oh, hello. How did that happen? All right, so the longer you hold it, the more different things it does. Oh, that's even more complicated. But you don't have unlimited tries, because the moment this pendulum goes to the bottom, you're screwed. Yeah, this is going to take a little time, doesn't it? Hold the levers longer. Exactly. This is one of those things that might take a while to figure out. I might go and do that tomorrow, or I might even do that this afternoon and see if I can hack it. But this is nice. Got the number that we need to reach. It's just a matter of dialing it in and see what happens. Then we have this thing here, which needs to find the number 59 volts, I guess. And this, once again, this is something different value, different buttons dial in different values. So that's just a matter of writing out which button does and then dialing in the next thing. I think we'll do that tomorrow, my friends. I think this was nice. I'm having a really good time with Myst, and I think I'm looking forward to exploring the whole game. Maybe we can make it happen together. Meet me again tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll see what we can accomplish together. Thank you for joining me on Myst, and have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. I'll hopefully see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.